Algebra 1, Section 5.4, writing a function rule. Just a couple of examples here. Should be a quick video. Given a table of values and it says write a function rule for each table. You want to do is ask yourself, how do you get from x to y? How do you get from 2 to 8? How do you get from 4 to 10, 6 to 12, 8 to 14? One way to get from 2 to 8 would be to multiply by 4, right? But the thing is to get from 4 to 10, if you multiply by 4, you're going to get 16, not 10. So it wouldn't be that. Let's think of a different way. Actually, I skipped over the easiest way because I wanted to give you an alternative. But actually, wouldn't you just add 6, add 6, add 6, and add 6? So this function rule, and do use the heading that they use here. Okay, so this isn't y, and it's not something else. It's f of x is equal to the x plus 6. You took the x, which is 2, you added 6, you got 8. You add 6 here, you get 10. You add 6 here, you get 12, etc. So basically, in general, what you're doing is you're taking the x value, the number that's in the x column, and adding 6 to it. So this would model that whole table and anything else that fits that pattern, if you will. All right, what about this one? This one's a little bit trickier. See, to get from 1 to 2, you could add 1, but 2 plus 1 is 3, not 5. So it's not addition. What about multiplication? You could multiply by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Oh, but 2 times 2 is 4, not 5, so it's not that either. Once you've looked over those, and in addition, I would also include subtraction. In multiplication, I would also include division. But once you're outside of the 4 main operations, the next place that I would look is quadratic, and that's actually what this one is going to be here. Is if I square 1, what do I get? 1. This is 2. If I square 2, what do I get? 4. This is 5. Square 3, you get 9. This is 10. Square 4, you get 16. This is 17. These numbers are all 1 more than the square of these numbers. So in general then, and now they're giving me y, so I'm going to use y here. Y is equal to x squared plus 1. You're taking the x value, squaring it, and adding 1 to get the y value. Okay, next example, it says the journalism class makes $25 per page of advertising in the yearbook. If the class sells P pages, how much money will it earn? And then part A says to write a function rule to describe this relationship. Well, that would just be $25 per page. So they want to use P for pages. It doesn't really say what to use for how much money we've made. So let's just go with, well, you might want to use P for profit, except we've already used P for pages. So let's just go with M for money. M is equal to 25P. You sell 1 page, you make $25. You sell 2 pages, you make $50 after you multiply there. That's how that's related. Now they used A of P. So A would be, I guess, for amount. And it's the same thing, right? Don't be confused. If I had done M of P, that's exactly the same thing. Okay, is there a part B? Yeah, the class sold 6 pages of advertising. How much money did the class make? Well, that's just M of 6 then, right? Which was 25P, so 25 times 6, which is $150. Go talk to Mrs. Damath. I bet she would tell you $150 is not going to be enough. All right, and the last example says the choir spent $100 producing audio tapes of its last performance and will sell tapes for $5.50. Now catch what's going on in that sentence. They spent $100. They're selling tapes for $5.50 to kind of make it back. It says write a rule to describe the choir's profit as a function of the number of number of tapes sold. Okay, so their profit would be equal to negative $100. That's the money they spent up front, plus $5.50 per tape that they sell. So I'm using P for profit, and T for tape. I'm not against if you use Y and X, but sometimes it's very beneficial to use the first letter of the words that they stand for. So profit is equal to negative 100. Think about this. If they sold 0 tapes, this would be 0. They'd be in the hole. They'd be on the hook for $100. If they sold 1 tape, well, now their negative 100 becomes negative $94.50. They're starting to make money back. Okay. At some point, they'll hit a break-even point. At some point, if they sell enough tapes, they'll be making money then, which obviously would be the goal. And of course, I neglected to use their profit, their function notation again. But again, just please understand, P of t equals negative 100. I think I saw that they had them the other way too. Just to give you kind of all options here. 5.5t minus 100. If you switch these two terms around, nothing changes. And again, don't forget about function notation, because not because you have to use it, because sometimes you'll see that in the book, on quizzes and tests, etc. All right, thanks for watching.